you know, the way that we create now is giving each other the freedom to write what we like, you know. So, you know, it's like if Shawn wrote something, that's what it's going to be. It's not going to be like, oh, you shouldn't write it this way. You shouldn't, you know, let's reorchestrate it like this, or let's do this. No, if that's what Shawn wants to write, you know, I trust his writing skill and his ability to create good music that people will like. So that's what we let happen. You know, it's more open to just allowing ourselves to create what we would like.
Lyrically too, I mean, you know, Chris and I started this obviously, but as we were writing the record, we were also searching for musicians. When we found our singer, Henry Derrick, Chris had some lyrics written, I think, for 3 songs, right?
Yeah.
And I had some ideas, but I wanted to collaborate with, you know, to kind of test the waters, see if he could, you know, step up to the plate. And I just said, here, I've got some vague ideas, you know, this and that, and there was 3 songs as well. And I said, you know, go to town with it and see what you come up with. And the end result I thought was fantastic. So it was great fun for me to. It was very liberating. I've never collaborated with another lyricist before, so that was a real new thing as well, and that was, to me, was very exciting. Not knowing, you know, you just kind of give a vague idea about something, and they come back with a semi-finished product. It's like, wow, it's
their interpretation too.
Yeah,
so
it
again,
could be different from what I envisioned it to be, and often it was. He threw lyrical curveballs in there that I never would have done, so that was exciting.
Yeah.
For me, it's always been the same. I've been writing for so long. I just go in my music room and just noodle around a guitar, and sometimes I can hear something in my head, or I can get inspired. It could be by anything. You know, all of a sudden, I'll go up my music room, and when I create something that I like, I record it. It's always been like that for me. I don't even have, and Chris makes fun of me, I don't even have, you know, Chris has the whole recording facility and all this great stuff, and I still do it, you know, the old school way. But to me, that's
half the time when he'd send me videos of the guitar riffs that he'd want to work on, like he couldn't even get the orientation of the phone right. So I'm like looking at the phone sideways, trying to figure out what he's playing for, you know, to record. So,
but I didn't even have that for years. I mean, I just did it old school, just recording a crappy tape recorder. I did it for years. So, but I actually have upgraded to video now.
Yeah. For me, my creative writing process is really, usually it is started or fueled by an initial riff on the guitar, and usually when I'm practicing and noodling, I'll come up with something, and then the first thing I do is just video it and archive it. And then when I'm ready to write, I go back, I listen to that piece, and then I just start imagining where I would want it to go. You know, whether it would open up into a chordal chorus, or whether it would get into a fast-paced blast beat, or whatever my imagination. The precision of your imagination is somewhat open-ended, you know. So I knew I wanted some sort of an intervallic arpeggio idea going over the top of that. And then as I looked at the harmony underneath, because I had actually written the guitar line underneath those arpeggiations. And I was like, okay, for this, I want a D minor 9, and then I want a B flat major sharp 11 for this one. So I knew, then I kind of laid out the tonality that I wanted for each one. And then I started working out how I wanted the intervals to kind of lay out. So the imagination is a little bit vague, but then you can bring it in focus as you. Hey, this is Chris Broderick.
And I'm Shawn Drover, and we're at Defiance. Please subscribe to Louder Noise, the loudest noise on the planet.
Yay.